Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So we are starting with chapter 3, verse 1. Um, this is awesome. So, chapter 2, according to Srila Prabhupada, was called this summary of contents of Bhagavad Gita or something like that. It was titled. So, obviously, these chapters are not, it sounds like they're not titled exactly the same, but they do seem to have many similarities. Swami Mukundanand one called it Sankhya Yoga, although he talked about Karm Kand and Karm Yoga in excuse me in chapter 2. Um, Chapter 3 is titled Karm Yoga. So, and both of them, Srila Prabhupada as well as Swami Mukundanand, have titled it Karm Yoga, chapter 3. So now, what Arjun has. Okay, so let me go through the section first. Let me go through the verse first, and then I will explain the way Chaitanya Charan Prabhu has explained all the different sections of. He does that a lot. He breaks down like each chapter, and this verse to this verse means this. This verse to this verse is talking about this. Like he gives a high level picture, and he's done that in this first verse. So I'll explain that. But let me explain, because this verse, the meaning of this verse will really explain how. And I'm going to play it as well, because I always play this to learn it, but I'm going to play it for you guys because it's beautiful the way it starts. I should have probably played the end of the last chapter as well, because it's beautiful the way it ends. Okay. Bhagavate Vasudevaya Advaita Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi chit karmanaste mata buddhirjanardana tat kim karmani gore mam niyojayasi keshava. This link is also there in the description. It's I sing with this every day, even though I'm not singing it because the volume does not work very well with the way I sing it. But yeah, I love it very much. So Arjuna Uvacha, and here Arjun is speaking. Jayasi chet karmanaste. Jayasi chet. Okay, so let me read the full translation first. O Janardhan, which is O Keshav, he addresses him with two different names here, Janardhan as well as Keshav. Janardhan in the first section, Keshav in the fourth section of this. Why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? So this is Jayasi Chet Karmanaste. Arjun said, Arjuna Vacha, Jayasi better if karmana than fruitive action by you te mata buddhir janardana is considered buddhi intelligence. O Krishna, Janardana is a name for Krishna. So O Krishna, if you consider intelligence better than fruitive action, Tatkim karmani ghore mam. Tatkim, therefore, why in action ghastly me niyojayasi Keshava. You're engaging me, O Keshav, O Krishna. Why in this ghastly action are you engaging me, O Krishna? So therefore, if you think intelligence is better than fruitive work, why you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare? That's the translation. Let me read also the Swami Mukundanand one. He's got two verses, 1 and 2, in the same thing. So I'll just read the first part. Arjun said, "O Janardhan, if you consider, which is a name for Krishna, if you consider knowledge superior to action, then why do you ask me to wage this terrible war?" Okay, so. This is the fundamental question that kicks off chapter 3, that all throughout chapter 2 he's talked about how buddhi intelligence is better than fruitive action. Now, fruitive action is karma kand. Karma kand is where you're doing actions for fruit. Karma yoga is when you're doing action without a desire for fruit. So he has explained that, and here he's asking if you're what Chaitanya Charan Prabhu explains is that Gita is not linear. It flows back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So Arjun wants to clarify that. Like, if you consider buddhi more intelligent, so buddhi is talking about Gyan Yoga. If you consider Gyan Yoga more better than karma, Karm Kand and Karm Yoga are two different things. Karm Kand is when you're doing action, the right action, even if you want the fruits, that's okay. But if you're doing the right action, that's Karm Kand. Karm Yoga is when you're doing the action but without the desire. You're doing the right thing but without the desire for the fruits. You're doing everything for God. You're doing everything in for God. You're doing everything you don't care. You're just doing your work because you need to do it because it's the right thing to do. But you don't care about the fruits. You don't desire the fruits for yourself. Whatever you're doing for God. So for Krishna. So the way he explains here is Karm Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga. In 3:1 to 3:10 he says Karm Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga. 3:10 to 16, if you're not qualified for Karm Yoga, then practice Karm Kand. And 3:17 to 3:24, even if you're qualified for Gyan Yoga, still practice Karm Yoga to set an example. 3:25 to 3:29, Karm Yoga and Karm Kand, he explains the difference a little bit more. 3:30 to 3:35, how Karm Yoga elevates, and 3:36 to 3:43, overcome lust, which is the main obstacle on the path to Karm Yoga. Kam is lust. Kam is like the desire for fruitive action. It's like the desire for material desire. It's the moh maya, like, getting caught up in all of this material thing. So how Karm Yoga elevates. So he's basically talking about the difference between Karm Kand, Karm Yoga, and Gyan Yoga. But mostly Karm Kand and Karm Yoga. But he is explaining why Karm Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga, which is a little bit confusing to me because here he is explaining that in the yoga ladder, the lowest one is Karm Kand, then Karm Yoga, then Gyan Yoga. So if I understand this correctly, then so if Gyan Yoga is better than Karma Yoga, then why is he saying Karma Yoga is better than Gyan Yoga here? So I don't understand what he's talking about the latter, but probably it'll get clearer with time. Okay, so yeah, that's it for chapter 3:1. This is my video for tomorrow, and then in the morning I'll wake up and do the video for day after tomorrow, one day in advance, and then I'll shoot the one. Okay, so that's it for today. Wish you all a very, very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.